All right, let's be honest. Have you ever been completely, totally, hopelessly lost? We've all been there, right? That moment you just stop, look around, and ask yourself that one super simple question. It sounds so basic, but think about it. You could be in the middle of a crazy busy city or a totally silent forest. It doesn't matter where you are, though. Every single journey has to start with knowing exactly where you are right now. And look, knowing where you are, that's just step one. The real trick, the big question, is how do you get, well, there, wherever there is for you. That is the art of navigation. And today, we're going to break it all down. So, for any quest, and I mean any quest, whether it's sailing the seven seas or just finding a new coffee shop, you need the right gear. Let's crack open your navigator's toolkit and see what we've got. Okay, first up, the map. This is your guide to the world, right? It takes real streets, real landmarks, and turns them into something you can actually read. It's basically the bridge connecting where you are to where you want to be. Next, we have the compass. And this is so important because honestly, what good is a map if you're holding it upside down? The compass is our anchor. It gives us that one solid, unchanging direction, north, so we can line our map up with the actual world. Now, a quick little note on this. Your compass points to what's called magnetic north, which is slightly different from the geographic true north, at the actual North Pole. But here's the deal. Unless you're literally an Arctic explorer, the difference is so small it's not going to mess you up. For our purposes, it's pretty much the same thing. And last but not least, the scale. This is like the map's secret decoder ring. It's this simple ratio that lets you turn, say, an inch on the paper into actual miles out there in the real world. It's what makes a tiny map represent a huge area. All right, so we've got our tools. Map, compass, scale. We're all geared up. Now for the fun part. Let's actually use them. Let's see how you go from just looking at a piece of paper to actually getting to your destination. So it all breaks down into 4 steps. Step 1, you got to find where you are on the map. Easy enough. Step 2, orient the map. That means you turn it so the north on the map is actually pointing north, which, brings up a pretty important question, right? Yeah, how in the world do you find north? I mean, everything depends on it. How do you find that one fixed point that makes this whole navigation thing even work? Well, you've actually got a few ways to do it. At night, you can look for Polaris, the North Star. During the day, the sun is highest in the sky to the south at noon, so you can figure it out from there. But for a totally reliable method, anytime, day or night, rain or shine, nothing beats that compass. It's the real key. And just like that, you've done it. You found north, you oriented your map, you located your destination, and now, using the scale, you know the distance and the direction. Your course is plotted. Mission accomplished, right? But what if that's not really the whole story? What if knowing where is just the first part of the puzzle? There's another layer here, and it kind of changes the whole game. This is where things get really interesting. We've been so focused on solving the where question, but what if there's a whole other piece to this that we've totally missed? Think about it. To be present at an event, you don't just need to know where it is. You have to move. Knowing a location is static. It's just a dot on a map. To get from A to B, you actually have to travel through space. And as soon as you do that, you're not just dealing with distance anymore. You're dealing with time. And this brings us into the world of kinematics. That's the branch of physics that's all about describing motion. It's where distance, direction, and time all come together. It's not just about where you're going, it's about how you get there. How fast, how far, and all the turns you make along the way. So, you know where you are. But do you know how to move? Knowing your location is really only half the battle. The real adventure, the really cool physics, is in the journey itself. And that's a story for another time.